Hi there VC or anyone who's watching. I hope you have a nice morning, nice day, afternoon or evening or even night, whenever or if ever you are watching this episode. Just a little update. It's cleaning records day here in Norway, Saturday afternoon. And I'm soon finishing up cleaning a lot of my old Rolling Stones albums, such as this cheap reissue from Germany, Great Hits, one of the many repackaging of the same old shit, you know. My childhood hero, Brian Jones, with a hairdo I was never able to copy. Imagine that. What's playing in the background is the mighty Human Beast, of course. You know this one, showed this a couple of years ago, Volume 1, their only album. This is a Sunbeam reissue with interviews of the band members and the bio of the band, plus a nice little insert. So if you don't want to shell out those big bucks on an original Decca issue, go for the Sunbeam reissue. Well, it's important to maintain your records, cleaning them. If you're have been collecting for 30, 40, 50 plus years, you know that your records get dirty, and if you buy a lot of used records, you know they sure are dirty when they get to you. So a nice deep clean is always good for reviving your old records or your new old records. I used to, way back when, I used to use soap water and different kinds of brushes, and I also had a kind of a spin clean washing machine, but last year I bought myself an Okinoki vacuum cleaner, which I've been very satisfied with. It's both efficient and very thorough. The records get a nice new sheen, and it sucks up all the dust. Excellent. Nothing wrong with cheaper methods of washing records, but I just wanted to upgrade and do it quicker. Excellent. I got a stack here full. My shelf of freshly cleaned records is full. So I even used wood glue for many years, which I found was a very thorough method in cleaning. It sounds extreme, but not really. Just apply the wood glue evenly on the playing surface, and be careful not to get it on the label, and let it dry for 24 hours. Yes, you heard me, 24 hours. Peel off and your record is just like new. But as you can imagine, it's not very efficient. So the Okinoki, that's the answer for me. Not cheap, but man, it's paying itself back in the time I can listen to records instead of cleaning them. Well, a couple of new additions to my record collection, which brings up another question which has been going around the VC lately. What is a grail? And to me anyway, sorry, a grail is a record which I have been wanting for a long time, perhaps many years. And you can perhaps call it a rare record or an expensive record, even though nothing is really rare any longer these days with the internet. You can always find a copy of the album you want. no matter how few copies were pressed. If you're ready to pay up for the albums you want, well, you can buy it today or tomorrow even. But a record which could be considered rare is expensive, never turns up in the wild, which I've been wanting for a long time. That's a grail for me. It might not be for you. You might be conservative using the word grail, but I have a long list of grails on my... To me, a grail is something I want really bad and have been wanting it for a long time. An example is a newly added item in my collection. I've been wanting this record for many years, never seen one in person in the wild, but last Saturday finally I did, and I got it for a nice price. It's The Way We Live. It's their debut album from 1971 on the UK Dandelion label, which was set up by John Peel, and it was John Peel who discovered this band, The Way We Live. They released another album in 1972, but then they had renamed themselves after John Peel's suggestion and called themselves Tractor, which many of you know about. Well, in my ears, this is equally as good as Tractor from 1972, in the same musical landscape, or musical landscapes, should I say. It's everything from psychedelic folk to hard and heavy rock, progressive rock, psychedelic rock. Just a marvelous album. As the Tractor album is as well. Just two members, Jim Milne on the guitar, vocals and all string or key instruments, and the drummer, what was his name? Something with Clayton on the drums. Awesome album, and this is a grail for me. I've been wanting it for a long time. I had to pay up, but I found it for a good price. I found it in the wild. I could have easily ordered this online whenever I had wanted to. Just go and check on Discogs. There are numerous first pressings to be bought. Another grail for me anyway, is another album which isn't rare at all, but still it goes for quite a bit of money, and many want it in their collection. It holds a high status in the Krautrock genre, and it's of course an original Tago Mago by Can, which you all know about, of course. Still, this is a grail to me, because I'm on a quest to get originals of all the Krautrock albums I love. So I have many German grails in my want list. This is a French original with a German cover and French LPs, which they usually did back then. I don't know why, but another one, which also is a grail for me, the original that is. This is a reissue from 2018. It's the debut album by Samurai. Half Japanese, half British band, which went to Germany to record their first album, this one in 1970. Released on the Philips label. Released in Japan the year later as Green Tea, Samurai Green Tea. And this is highly accomplished, hard progressive rock. Awesome. They released one more album in 1971 called Kappa, which you should give a listen as well. So I definitely recommend this Red Circle reissue from 2018. Another grail. if I can find the original. Another question which pops up from time to time in the VC is how to organize your record collection. And that's highly individual as well. Some like to organize their record collection by genre, some by label, some by country. You could even organize it by decade. But for me it has always been the alphabet which has been the easiest way. I can always find the records. Doesn't matter which genre, which label, which year. As long as it's in alphabetical order, it's never any problem. Even if you have 500 or 5,000 records, you can always trust the alphabet. But hey, it's up to you. So, that's almost it for this small talk update video. Just one more thing. 2 shoutouts. I've been recently watching and enjoying a channel called Trevor The Clever. Trevor, the nice host on Trevor The Clever, shows a lot of psychedelic albums, progressive rock, very articulate and a nice guy, so it's very interesting to listen to what he has to say about the music. So go and check out Trevor The Clever. Another cool channel I find is Pearls Before Swine. Brett, he shows a lot of acid rock, hard and heavy, psychedelic rock, jazz rock, prog rock, and his videos are all over the place, which I like quite a lot. So go and check out Pearls Before Swine and Trevor The Clever and give them a sub. I'm working on my next mixtape video, and my first episode was received quite well. Thank you for the positive feedback. So I'm working on a playlist of all hard and heavy Krautrock, so watch out for that one. And a couple of grails added to my collection. So thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye for now.